If we walked into the stadium, we go to SoFi Stadium today,
Yeah.
and we just threw a tennis ball at 10 different guys in the room.
Yeah.
And we took those 10 guys and put them in a third world country for 30 days. How many of them would survive?
Probably one. There'd probably be one that'd be able to survive. And if there was one of them was a lady and she was really pretty, she'd probably be able to survive. But it's very difficult. I was reading, so we would go over disaster scenarios when I was in the military, like nuclear disaster scenarios. And I think if they detonated an EMP over Kansas and knocked out all the electrical hardware in like the middle part of the North America, like you'd have a 95% mortality rate in 3 weeks because people wouldn't be able to get food. 95% of people would die if we lost our technological advantage. That's how dependent we've gotten on our technology, and because of that, you see things again. Like traditional masculinity. The American Psychological Association said that traditional masculinity was harmful. They considered it a disorder. Why is that? Because the further and further we get away from a survival scenario, the more people need to. The concepts of violent, strong men taking action, being leaders, being assertive and industrious and ambitious has become more and more toxic as they believe. And so that's one of the issues that we've seen as we get further and further away from a survival scenario. We see more of that. And then what is the mismatch that happens? Women are still attracted to those they're not toxic actually, but those masculine qualities, but yet the world is telling you to not have them. And so that's kind of the issue where we've gotten to right now. And that goes back to what we teach in Men of Action.
Last question, since you said Men of Action, is about Men of Action.
Yeah.
Why have 2,500 and growing men signed up for it? Why is it important?
So when I built this course, I built it through the experiences of thousands of clients that I'd had previous to starting the course and my own experiences. I used to manage a nightclub. I worked in nightlife in Las Vegas for 13 years. And then I was also a military officer for 7. I'd use those experiences to build the course. But what happened probably around 2016 is I was introduced to the concept of evolutionary psychology. And through actually 2014, the concepts of evolutionary psychology, I didn't realize Dr. Buss and I went to the same university. And so I became really, really invested in evolutionary psychology. And one of the things I found is that these PhDs who I had no exposure to whatsoever and had no exposure to social media, because a lot of these studies were done in the 80s, 90s, etc., we came to the exact same conclusions. When I look at concepts in evolutionary psychology, I was like, there are PhDs actually studying who actually cheats more. This is a question, about high status men and who cheats more and women do this. And I'm like, they've been studying this since the 1970s. There's a hard science on this called evolutionary psychology. Because my course is based in evolutionary psychology, it never goes out of style. And because my course is based in evolutionary psychology, what happens is if you ever come on one of my Zoom calls and we do the gallery mode, you'll see African American, Black person, Asian person. You see a completely mixed, and there was no intention on our part of making this a multicultural program. It's just the problems that men deal with are ubiquitous. It does not matter what your race is, and it does not matter what country you live in. Men in Uganda and men in Norway all are seeking higher status and higher sexual selection. So because we built the course with understanding evolutionary principles, that's the reason why the course is ubiquitous with helping men, and the reason why so many men have been joining the course. It works. We're doing things that have been proven. Not only is it trust me, bro, do I know guys who've just like insanely good with women, but in addition to that, it's also PhDs who've done studies and done things on, like, again, look up mate choice copying. If you've ever known inherently that guys who have women get more women, you've known that, but you didn't know, like, you kind of inherently knew it, but you didn't see a study on it. Then you look up mate choice copying, you find out since the 1970s, they've been proving this to be true. So that's why I love evolutionary psychology so much, and that's what I attribute the success of the program to.
What's the website?
MOAmentoring.com. And if you guys, Sam Ovens' app, School, with Alex Hormozy, it's school.com/men of action free. If you want to join our free program, it's men-of-action-free. If you guys want to join that, and you guys can find out all the different things we have going on. We have a free course in there. It's several dozen hours long. The first 4 steps of MOA, we're giving away that for free. And several other things we have for free. Also, we have 200 video testimonials on there. And by the way, the only reason we have 200 testimonials is because the video editor couldn't do 500. That's the reason why. So if you guys want to go and check that out, you're more than welcome to. Please check us out on School.